It's last one. Yeah, it's on. I didn't tell anybody in the group. Huh?
I told them.
Nobody's here. What's wrong with her? Huh? What? Push. Tell him. It has to go. Hmm? So there's a way. Good luck. Is this okay? Well, good. Anybody here? Huh? Wrist locks today. Huh? So to warm up the wrist, there's a little exercise that we can do. And it comes from when the guy grabs your sleeve. That's how we're going to set up the first wrist lock. So I grab his wrist, even if it's no gi, or the sleeve, the gi. He goes for the wrist lock. And my initial defense is to push. Okay, so just to warm up and to get my wrist warm and for him to warm up with the technique so that it becomes very natural for you to go for this sort of grip. He's going to go for the wrist lock. I'll push, and then he'll go wrist lock on the other side. And I'll push, and push, and push. Okay, so We'll try to get a little bit closer. Too close. Okay, so wrist. Okay, then he goes for the wrist lock. Okay, can you see? Hopefully, push on his wrist. And he goes for wrist lock on the other side. It's a figure 4 grip. Push. Okay, push. Push. Okay. Is it clear? Any questions? Instagram, I didn't start, right? Okay. Push the button. Huh? Okay, so Instagram wasn't live. Forgot to. Is it okay?
Yeah.
How's the picture? Where I'm sitting?
We're off camera, but it was a picture.
Totally off.
Yeah, but we leave it when
Come to guard. So one more time for the Instagrammers, code, the grammars. No gi or gi, doesn't matter. No gi, I'm grabbing the wrist. The wrist locks. I push, 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 push. So keep in mind when you do pass like this, if you're trying to hold and no gi, you're trying to hold his wrist down, or in the gi, you're trying to, I like to pass like this by the way, so you can. So here, I grab the sleeve, and then my wrist is in danger now. So all he needs to do is start attacking the wrist. If I try to stand up, it's going to be too late. If he commits to it, he can't get the wrist lock here. So I need to pull out before I start committing to the pass. So just to warm up, as we did before, so the Instagram can get it. Wrist or sleeve. He's going to go for the wrist lock, and I push, and I push. He goes, I push and pull, push and pull, push and pull. All right, so the first lock, when I grab and I stand up, right? So let's do for the gi first. I'm here, I'm gonna stand, and I stand because I'm going on this side. He's gonna lock, of course, that side. So when I come up, his knee comes towards, so he blocks my elbow, here, right? So his thigh is on my elbow. So when he goes for the wrist lock, I have no way to run away. I can't escape back because his leg's in the way, and then he just compresses, and we have a very simple wrist lock there, okay? So one more angle. All right, we're gonna go to the other side. I grab the sleeve. As soon as I start to stand up, he starts to go, locks up just like we did in the warm-up, locks my elbow here, and compress the body. If you only use the arms, right, I'll have space to come out inside. So make sure, relax a little bit. The elbow is good to be right on the thigh, close the knee. Now I have nowhere to go. Okay? You can also go to the high guard. What do you call it? I don't even know what people call this high guard. It's like go ahead you go high like a triangle, but both arms are inside, right? Like one shoulder's out. So now you have the same wrist lock right? You can go inside, you can go outside, right? It's the same. Huh? Hold on 1 second. Let's try to.
Just keep going off YouTube.
Huh? Okay, so the first one again, just to review, he grabs my sleeve. Right, as soon as he starts to stand up, it's here. Lock. Okay, other side. Pull him. I can pull him in as he starts to stand up. Pull his arm straight, and as he starts to go back, now I have the wrist lock there. Okay. Also, if I'm here and he's not planning to stand up, or he doesn't have that pass, he's just grabbing my sleeve, right? I can come here to the high guard, exposed, leave one shoulder exposed, one leg is over, and we are in a high guard now. Now I have the same wrist lock, both hands on top to make it reinforced. If he tries to turn his arm away, because I have the figure 4 here, if he tries to turn his arm in, it's the same thing. Wrist lock from the inside. Okay, so his arm is trapped here. If it's hard to get his wrist for whatever reason, maybe he's got thick wrist or very flexible, from this guard, a very simple submission. My blade of my hand goes on the same part of his hand, and I just Americana him that way, right? So I can lock my hips to go there, and the arm goes there. Very easy submission to get, and one of Coach Fabrizio's favorites, so I'm sure everybody's been caught by this many times. Junior also likes this kind of stuff. So one more time. I guard, wrist lock. If he was grabbing, I go high, and once I get here, if I'm having a hard time wrist lock finishing, then I let go of the figure 4, come on top of my hand. If I want to be nice, go slow. If I don't want to be nice, boom, break. He turns his hands inside, boom, break again. No, don't do that to your friends, okay? If you do wrist locks, just keep in mind, people won't like you. For some reason, you can armbar them 100 times, but once you start wrist locking them, they start not liking to roll. Right? Okay, so give that a try. And if you have any questions, go ahead and ask. Better well answer the questions. How do you do? Nothing.
Except where's the cake?
Yeah, I saw that post.
She made a post?
It's good to look at compilations. No, on her Instagram.
Oh,
Okay, so
very custom.
Instagram.
Wrist locks are it's a very sensitive submission. A lot of people don't teach them a lot because it's very easy to get injured. So if you do not be careful, and you're not careful with your partners, you'll end up hurting them a lot. So I'll take this opportunity to say that some people go down this dark path of wrist locks and they start hurting everybody. It's not a good thing.
Until they're close to yourself.
What?
Until they're close to yourself.
So just be careful when you do these things. There is a certain element to wrist locks, though. A lot of times, if you don't go for it 100%, you won't get it. Okay, so that's where the danger comes in. When you go halfway, somebody's able to defend. So I won't advise to hurt anybody at all. But if you do want to get good at wrist locks, it's unfortunate. That's the only way is to. Some people are going to get hurt. So it's up to you if you want to go down that road or not. I went down that road, then I stopped. It wasn't going well for most people. And then, yeah. So anyway, let's talk about something else.
People don't even want to learn it.
Just remember, wrist locks are everywhere. Okay, if you get obsessed with any position, it will be the same for anything, like arm bars. I had a friend, one of my students before, when he trained with me for a couple of weeks, and after the first couple of weeks, he started to understand the arm bar, and he just started to see arm bars everywhere. So I wouldn't even have to teach him a transition from, for example, the back to arm bar. He got it himself, just because he understood that the mechanics of the arm bar, and it will be everywhere. So the same thing is for any submission. The wrist locks, you're on top, they're there. From guard, they're there. After every position you can find, there's gonna be a wrist lock. Okay? So next one we're gonna do, you can get it from half guard top or side control. I'm gonna show from side control. So when the guy is here, right? A lot of times this is very simple, and this is also very, very sensitive or very, very easy to misunderstand or misjudge how much pain he will be in because you're not using push and pull. The other wrist locks, like we just did in the guard, you're pulling, and you can kind of feel how much pressure you're putting on his wrist. So when you're using the ground, it's even more difficult to understand how much pressure you're really putting. So a lot of times people, they're going to start to bench press you, or they're going to push you off, or whatever, right? But what I want to do, I know that when he starts to hip escape, he's going to put his hands on me, okay? And if he puts it high, then he's smart. He knows that, okay, or maybe he's been wrist locked before. He knows he's going to start to use his forearm to frame and hip escape. A lot of times people make the mistake of putting their hand on the chest or in the front of the shoulder. And when they do that, all you need to do is turn your shoulder. Okay, I don't know if you can see this, but you just turn your shoulder like this, right? And this hand comes to the other side, right? I already have the underhook, and all I'm doing now is when I put this hand on the elbow, I just lean forward. So the underhook, now I'm coming up. So both my hands like in the legs here, and I just drive forward. I don't have to use much pressure here, so I'm just on underhook. He puts his, I feel his hand on my chest. That's all I need. And I'm here. I cup the elbow, remove the underhook from the shoulder, put on my own hand, and I drive forward. Okay, don't need to pull. If I pull, it's going to be a little harder. So I need to drive forward, right? The ground is stopping his elbow from going anywhere along with my hands. Okay, if his elbow is on the ground, right, and I didn't have an underhook, I can also use the ground, and this is the one that's a little dangerous. I use the ground to stop his elbow, and I cup, or I sort of pin his elbow so he can't escape that way. Because if I don't move the elbow, he'll just move his elbow out, and he's out, right? So I need to make sure that I stop the elbow there, and then I drive my chest to shoulder muscle down. Okay? Is that clear? Hopefully. Be careful, especially if you're practicing on kids.
Huh?
No, at home. It's not allowed for kids to do wrist locks. It's not allowed for white belts in competition to do wrist locks. We teach them in our gym because it's a good thing to know, especially if you're visiting other gyms and you need to understand everything as much as possible. If you have any questions about those locks, let me know. I think there's a question here. They never really heal. I apologize if that's from me.
Not,
Huh?
not really.
I don't? Not really, yeah. It's nice to say. No, I've had my wrist hurt. We're cracking his wrist right now. He's got weird noises coming from his wrist. It's something that unfortunately everybody has to go through. Especially if you roll in the lineage that we are. So, as well, Davis, a lot of the guys coming out from his place started to love wrist locks. So that's why you see, Fabrizio, he trained a lot from there. Sergio Pena first, and Sergio Pena really developed the wrist locks and stuff. Fredson, he made it famous in competition. So Junior also is from the same lineage, Fabrizio. So wrist locks are something that's always going to be there in classes every once in a while, So so now it's my thing. But of course, it's something we stay away from a little bit now more than before because it's just people started getting hurt. Okay, so there's no questions. Is that good? How many people are here?
Just born in this.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I'll try to convince Fabrizio to do one class because a lot of you were asking. I uploaded his competition from a couple years back, and he finished a guy in very very quick. I can remember a few some seconds and then into the match with a wrist lock. It was a no-gi match in the Philippines. It was funny in that competition. He was supposed to have gi fights. And he signed up for adult division, master's division. They let us sign up for everything. Nobody showed up. They were there, but they didn't show up. I don't know how that works. They just didn't come when their name was called, but they were there because they fought in other fights. But when it was time to fight for episode, they just hide somewhere. I don't know. But there was one guy who had courage. He was from Korea, and he entered to the match. And you guys will see that. Go watch the fight if you haven't. So it's from half guard, and I will see if Fabrizio can give a sort of a walkthrough of that match, how to set up different wrist locks from different positions. Because The guy didn't make a mistake. The guy did exactly what he's supposed to do, but you know, you can set people up with those kind of things, even though because you know exactly what the guy's supposed to do. He knows he's supposed to do it, and then you can catch the wrist locks and some other things like that, tricking them, deceiving them. So let's see. I'll try to see if other coaches also maybe they'll start to take turns. We can get a few different guys taking the classes so they can get different sort of techniques and different ideas. Keep things more exciting instead of listening to me all the time. All right, guys. So if there's no questions, I will sign off. Oops. Okay. So I guess there's no questions. I hope all of you are able to train with somebody. I'll see you next time, inshallah. All right. Take care.